go in. Um, so as Rebe said, I've been part of Navatai since quite some time. I am based out of Bangalore. I'm a working professional. I'll be completing 19 years in my company in 2 months. It's been an incredible journey out there. Um, thank you. And coming to Navitai, how did Navitai come into my life and influence my life? So, as she said, I completed my 10 kg milestone after I joined in October. It took a while because, consistency plays a major part in doing it. And I have all the excuses to say this is the reason why I couldn't do something on a particular day. And as it happens, you have to be patient with yourself too. So, if you see people saying, okay, within a 1 month, someone has reduced, don't feel, uh, you know, disheartened, because your journey you are taking, and you know what are the things which happens around you which makes you take a decision for a day, and that is something which is applicable for everyone out here. So as a working professional or otherwise, I have had health issues since quite some time, many gynae related issues, which has I'll have my medications, I'll take care of it for some time, it goes and then it comes back. So it has been like a wave of issues coming up one after the other. But the last one was a little bit severe for me, which came up, and that kind of made me think that it's time that I should think about it more carefully, because I already hit the 40 plus mark. Um, just want to make sure as I end to go further, it is with health, not being unhealthy, because it becomes much more difficult to gain it back. Um, and as it happened, and I have also done multiple uh, things before to lose weight. I have lost even further. I had gone till I was 76, I went till 62. It was awesome. And I stopped it and I gained even further. And the next time when I was gaining, it was going, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 kgs more. So it keeps happening, right? You take up something and you do everything perfectly for the duration of time. You're done with it and you feel great. And then you feel now you should reward yourself. So whatever you have stopped doing, you just start doing it and it starts coming back to you. The body takes a revenge on you and you just gain even further. So that's the cycle I was on for quite some time. And after the last session which happened, I had to go in for a DNC and come back, and I became quite weak because I had lost a lot of blood. My periods are pretty heavy and was losing blood. After DNC, they had to put on blood for me, iron for me, and became extremely weak. So it was becoming very difficult at home. I stay with my husband and my son. It was more tough for my son to see me, or the way I was, and he ended up asking, "Will you be all right, mom?" It was very sad. He came and sat next to me and said that question, and which was like a wake up call for me. That's it's high time. I can't play around anymore. I have to make sure that I have to get back on track. And I was looking for something wherein I get that support, because I had become very very weak and I needed that support to take things forward. And that's when Ruma comes up on YouTube and she speaks about her course. I joined the masterclass. What she spoke in the masterclass really resonated with me, and I wanted to take a plunge. So I took over and started with the silver membership. As I started, it was quite confusing. I wasn't able to find time to go through the modules or do anything. So pretty much of October went just like that. November was also kind of going the same route when the 21-day challenge came up. And that really changed a lot of things for me. And that's where sustainable habits started becoming a possibility for me, with wonderful leaders. Those who have been part of the 21-day challenge, you would know how much effort the leaders within that community put in during those 21-day challenges to ensure that you are following, uh, you know, all the instructions, so that you can go through it and you can slowly start seeing the difference in yourself. And for me, it was Dimple and Coster, and they were awesome, and they made me do things which I haven't done before. You know, I can. I don't post anything on FB. I don't do anything on FB. It's just I have an account. The same thing applies. And I didn't have an Instagram account. Then I started with it because of my accountability partners. And today I do that. Today I do all of that, and I do it because there is a reason behind it, because of the strength that this community has given in terms of doing it. The 21-day challenge, nowadays I have started focusing on what is a habit that can build out of these challenges. There's a 21-day challenge which is open for everyone. Then you have the healthathon, which is open for the diamond members. Each of these things, for me, since I take some time, I need the time to come back into that vigor of doing everything in the perfect time. I kind of left aside the perfection. I say, okay, you need to do 30 minutes of exercise a day. I cannot sometimes do it. So initially, it was very, very disappointing. So I started putting it like, okay, do it one time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, whenever you get a break, right? So it's not like, okay, in the morning at this time, I'll do it. It's not happening that way. So I had to find out a way in which it is going to work for me. First 21-day challenge, I learned to set my plate properly. And I still do it till date. I also do it. Even if I'm outside, I try to see what's the thing which is more closer to whatever I could actually put on that plate and brings me a better health rather than going the other way around. Um, the healthathon challenges, initial one I couldn't do. The second one I did. It has put in exercise into my life. And between these different challenges, I also started walking and other things, which was quite difficult. And the best part was I went to my native, to my parents' place, and my mother was here when I was going through the DNC, and she'd seen me before that. I had quite bloated up at that point of time, and she was extremely unhappy to see me that way. And it was difficult for me to put 10 steps. And I used to get up, but this time when I went, I woke up in the morning. I used to go with my dad for a walk, and I was very particular. I want to do 8K steps, right? So we have to walk a little bit more further. Let's go a little bit more further so that I can clock it. I need to get it that time. And it was incredible to see the reaction on her face after seeing me like that a few months before. So for me, those have been the gifts which has come to me, in this journey, which I am continuing to keep. So if it does, there's one thing that I've learned is be patient. You need motivation. You have people around in this community which are constantly with you to help and guide you, right? So that's the best thing that I have felt out of it. So I have a lead who has been constantly telling, every tool is only as good as the person who uses it. So every program that you go through is only as good as you utilize the resources to be. Within the silver module itself, Brahma has given tons of information. Sometimes we don't find time to go ahead and do it. Become a part of the 21-day challenge, and you will get to see what is it that you can go through, right? They will give, okay, go through this module, do this, post your pictures of your plates. Have you walked? Have you been in the sunlight for so much time? Now, all of this is a cumulative effort when it comes to you. It really brings out a totally different you. Something which you don't want to go back, the old habits you don't want to go back to, because in the morning when you step onto the weighing machine and see, I kind of know the previous night what I ate, the next day morning how my weighing scale is going to behave, and I know that, and I'm perfectly okay with it. So how my body reacts to food now, I'm more sensitive to what kind of food I intake. uh, One of the other things which happens is there are two calls which happens. I think Mondays it's only for the diamond members, and Wednesdays it's for everyone. Due to my calls schedules in the evening, most of the times I'm not able to attend, but one thing I do is that even if I can't attend, the next day I just go back and check in my Facebook and see what has all the people who have attended put in over there. Because Ruma always tells at the end of the call, please go and put in your learnings. How was the session today? Initially, I just used right now, it was a fantastic session. But later I realized that's not enough. So whenever I attend, I take some time to put in everything that I've learned during the session, so that if anyone wants to read through it, they get to know what has happened. Because the way other community members did it, it has been very helpful to me. So even though I skip and I'm unable to do it, I know where I can go and get the data. This is where you go. This is where the information would be, and that is more easier for me to consume than rather than going to a 1.5 recording hours recording, which I may not be able to do. So that's something which has been incredible. So I getting a daily motivation dose, right? It's like you open up the Telegram group in the morning, there'll be something from someone that they have achieved. Maybe they have walked, they were unable to walk, they started walking, maybe 10 steps today, 50 steps today, but that input will be there saying that, okay, I wasn't able to do so much. Now I'm able to do this. And that's the day, that's how the day starts for me. Even the first thing that I look is a Telegram group after I do my morning rituals, right? And morning rituals has made a huge impact on me. So I have a book, this is my book of gratitude, right? I bought a large one. It is like 384 pages, so that I write one page daily. It's become a habit. Even if I don't carry my book, I make sure I sit and say that to myself, or I use the note in my smartphone and I just write it down, because that has kind of made me more calmer than what I used to be before. So every day, initially it was like, what should I write? What are the 10 things that I should write? Should I write something specific? And then it has become quite automatic. It's like, it's not 10, there is more than 10 things to be grateful for every day in your life. But only thing is, we wouldn't have observed it before. But as you gain that knowledge and understanding, and the use of it, how is it changing you internally on a daily basis? That's something which really makes you do something. So you will start doing things which makes you feel good, right? Makes you feel that that is important and that is making a difference within you. And being a woman, I think it's a huge thing, because you are the center of the house, you're the center of the home, your family revolves around you. When you do something good, they observe it, and when you are more positive, it reflects on everyone around you. It just goes that way. So if there is a daily issue happening, the moment you change, things change around you. And maybe you don't see it in a day or two, but as you consistently do it, you can really see it. When you become calmer, people in your house are also starting to become calmer. It's not that you're not, accepting whatever they are saying. No, that's not what is happening. It's that internally you have gained that acceptance to say it's okay, or maybe that's not the thing it is. But Rumba has been teaching us so many concepts in NLP. Utilizing one or the other usually helps in kind of coming out of the messy situations that you were before, and being more appreciative of what's happening and understanding from others' point of view how it's going to go. So this is how things have changed for me. And my daily, I would say my routine is having the morning, getting up in the morning. I have my morning rituals. I have to do, first thing I do my gratitude journal. Then I'll go for my, affirmations. I go through my vision board. So I have ticked many things in my vision board. So we did it in Jan 2023. So it is May now. I'm very happy to say I have many ticks on my vision board from when I started. And not only have those visions come true, um, it has also forced me to change. Right? When you say you want better relationships and want to be with your friends or with your family, uh, if you have been a person who have not been much into mingling earlier, because of all your commitments that you have around you, everything else takes a second stand. When that happens, you have to make time for it, right? You have to prioritize. So prioritization becomes a very big thing, right? So what is it that you want to do today? You have to say no in certain times, because when I started, I just wanted to be part of so many things, and the first 2 months became so difficult because so many things started happening one after the other and I couldn't control it. Then I went back to my vision board and said, okay, I need self time, right? I need time for myself, wherein I can prioritize and say, okay, this is what I want to do. And if someone asks me something, if I'm unable to, I'll just directly give them a polite answer. This is the reason. I'm sorry I can't make it this time, but we'll definitely do it next time. And so that kind of a thing, which was not very easy to do before. Saying a no wasn't very easy to a near and dear ones when they want to do something very excitedly. But once you explain, they take that time to let them know why it is and what it is, they actually feel good about it, right? They're okay with it, and they're completely fine with it. That okay, this is you're doing for your good, or this is a bigger picture of it, and they understand, try to support in multiple ways. The support part, if I say, I have a great support system in terms of my husband. He has been extremely supportive, and what I have wanted to do with my work or with my health. Um, so that has kind of contributed a lot, and my support system has kind of now increased a lot with having the Navitai community around. The kind of influence and the positivity that they bring into my life on a daily basis. My husband and my son mostly knows most of the diamond members name. If you have put a post in and I have read it in the telegram, and some achievement has come up from someone, it gets spoken in my house, so they know the names. This is Kausar, this is Dimple, this is Madhumita, this is Jyoti, everyone. Right. So this is what they did today, and this is what's happening. Okay, Ishmi did this today. So it's like all of them are part of my daily conversations within my family. So it's kind of an extended family that I've got, and it's been it's been kind of you haven't thought such a thing is possible, but when it really happens, it's kind of more beautiful than you think it could be. That's where I have found the maximum strength, I would say, to continue with the journey and take it forward. I have a long way to go, actually. I am 72, year 73 now. I have to go to 50. So I'll come back, Rebbe. I have my 20 and 30 left. So it is going to take time with whatever I'm doing. So I have to be back. But I'm not impatient about it. I'm quite patient about it. And I know it will happen. And as it happens, I'll have so many milestones to see on a daily basis, which is very, very good. And I feel very happy about it. Really love the fact that, you become a part of someone's happiness, even without knowing them personally. And it's a huge plus because you don't get to see happy news, right? If you switch on the TV, it is only bad things. This happened, that happened. So it's like a ray of sunshine on a daily basis, right? This is your journal, which comes up and says, okay, this thing happened positively in my life, and I'm so happy about it. And that makes up makes up for everything that you do. So if for me, I would say it is mostly consistency, which makes a lot of difference, your commitment, and the biggest thing is, why do you want to do it? The why is very important. Last time, many a times I have done why was mainly reduce weight, and once I reduced, I was like back to my normalcy. Now I have a bigger why in my life, why I'm doing this. So I know it will remain for a longer time rather than just going away. It's a beautiful vision that I have built and I want to do it. Um, so that kind of makes it, you know, yes, it is going to happen. Yes, you can do it. Kind of anytime you feel low, um, there are people in the community who will kind of pick you back up and say, okay, no, come back, this is where it is and you can do it. um, you last healthathon, I have to definitely mention Madhumita, right? So I was not ready to post any exercising videos. Yes, I knew it is very tough for me. I wouldn't have any energy to do it, and it will look really bakwas. And I'm not used to seeing myself, other than in calls, seeing my face, not fully, right? I don't even take a picture in full of myself. So it is very, very tough. So, but then the vigor with which she was driving the thing, I was like, okay, she's doing it, and she wants everyone to do it, and she wants to see the maximum score, and everyone trying to do it. Let me give a try, right? It was so much difficult. I can't just tell you. I don't never used to exercise in front of my family also. If someone comes, I'll just shut, right? Stop right away. And now I had to use their help to video me and put it on Facebook, which was too much for me, right? But then once I did it, it was nice because there are so many compliments that people give you. The community gives you, which you feel like, okay, you could do it. That was nice. And why not? Right. So the concept which has come is, why not? Why can't we? Right. Why shouldn't we? If you become a reason for someone else's motivation, because everyone is becoming a reason for motivating me on a daily basis. If I can also do that a little bit back, that's huge, right? So today was very, very tough day when Ravi asked me, but I really wanted to come and tell you these things because I am extremely grateful. I'm extremely thankful for what Roma has done, right? She has built something which is much larger than her now and influences every one of us in such a huge way, that you cannot be anything but grateful and thankful for it. As a woman, we love to be in touch with people. We constantly have reasons for not doing things for ourselves. Excuses are manifold. Every day you will have an excuse for not doing something, right? If it is for yourself, there is always a reason for not doing it. I have 1001 reasons why I cannot take 5 minutes out to do an exercise, why I cannot cook for myself, right? But when you become a part of something like this and you have others who are joining you and telling you, right, this has been my struggle and I have gone through it, I have done it, it gives you that positivity. So it has made me more open. And the moment that has happened, there are so many wonderful people who have become a part of my life. So it's not just been a journey of health for me, it has been a journey of new friendships, a journey of possibilities, and saying why not, right? Why not do it? This is possible. Today it is not, it doesn't mean tomorrow it is not, right? Today I'm here, but tomorrow I can be elsewhere. And every small change matters, right? It's small atomic habits that kind of leads you to where you want to be. You cannot be the same and expect a different result. So tag on to it, utilize it, and make that positive change in life, right? Because it's worth it. It's worth to having a mother at home who's healthy, who's happy, who's calm, and can radiate that to everyone in the family. That's the strength of being a woman, and that's the best thing I love being a woman, right? That's that you become a source of happiness and for everything for people around you. And if we get a chance to make that change for ourselves, and it's a ripple effect which happens within the family, it's the results are like huge, right? You can just imagine it, what it would be to see when the kid comes home, you have a happy mother who smiles at him and says what to do or what not to do, rather than being on the bed. I have done it. um, it's not nice, guys. If you haven't, don't ever reach there. It's not beautiful. It's horrible to be in that state. So make use of the opportunity, I would say. Make the right choices, build your habits little by little, have a lot of patience with yourself, pat on your back daily. Even if you do a small thing for a short duration of time, just acknowledge it to yourself that you have done it. And it's very, very important. No one else will do for you until you reach a certain point. No one will do for you. Right after that, they will say, "Oh yeah, she has done this, she has done that." But to reach there, you have to be your self motivator. And if you don't have that, um, make use of the community because they are there to do it for you, right? There's a pat on the back for everyone who needs it. There is an issue, there's a problem. Uh, Utilize them, be part of it, be open to it, because the more open you are, the more it comes back to you. Right? That's been my journey and that's been my learning. And since I have to go out, I have to say, good luck to all of you in your journey. And I wish to see everyone's updates and, updates and your milestones in the coming days. So, and once again, big thanks to you, Rabe, and my, heartfelt gratitude to Roma for what she has been doing. It's just awesome. Can't be explained. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sreeja, for the awesome session. It was so nice. It was very interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have
Thank you
time
so
for
much.
question answers?
If you could just put it in the FB, I would come back to you because
Oh,
I had need to jump into the other call. I'm extremely
okay,
sorry.
okay, totally understand. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time during the next session. Thank you, Sreeja, once again. I'll end the meeting for all of us now. Okay.